Welcome to Faith Fridays from a Steadfast Faith. This week we're continuing with Works of Faith, the second part, and we're coming from James chapter 2, verses 15 to 17, James 2, 15 to 17. The preceding verse we looked at last time asked the question, can the faith that doesn't work, is that the faith that saves? Is that the type of faith that saves? And to support this, James is going to continue with this thought and present a case study, as it were, or an illustration. If a brother, he says in verse 15, or a sister, is poorly clothed and lacking in daily food, and one of you says to them, "Go in peace, be warmed and filled," without giving them the things needed for their body, what good is that? Also, verse 17, faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead. James is giving us an illustration. Say someone comes to you, maybe even a good friend, a brother or sister in Christ. Their clothes are in tatters. They have no shoes. They have nothing to eat. And you just say, "Oh, have a nice day." What good does that do them? So he says, then faith, if it does not have works to show itself, is a dead faith. Faith without works, he's going to point out as we go through, is dead. So this faith that doesn't work, this faith that has no works from verse 14, is that faith able to save? Well, he's making a point. That type of faith that doesn't evidence itself in good works, is dead. Now, this isn't to discount what Paul writes in Ephesians chapter 2, that we are saved through faith. We are justified only by faith, not of good works, lest we would be boastful, right? Rather, James is getting us to, after the justification, true faith that justifies has good works. Even Paul says this in the end of chapter 2 of Ephesians, around verse 10, that we are saved, we are justified unto good works. Remember this as you go through this week and you think about and have opportunities to do good works, these things which glorify our Father, which glorify Jesus Christ. And remember, these good works evidence that you have saving faith. Something to consider, something to keep in mind as you go through this week. Have a good week, and we will see you next time on Faith Fridays.